Good morning and welcome to Software Insights and Education channel. I'm Guru Raj Avdhani. So I have chosen a topic called buying a ready software. This is going to be the topic of discussion today. So I have prepared a checklist, and this checklist is going to help you while deciding to purchase a software. So, since purchasing is going to be a complex process for any kind of software, so this is going to be a ready reckoner for you. So, let us see a few considerations that you need to uh, uh, consider while purchase of a software. So, consideration number one and point number one there, the cost and value. So, any software for that matter will have a cost that will affect your pockets. And if it is a small desktop software such as an antivirus, you don't have to have a big checklist like this. It's only the case when you are going to procure a huge software for your enterprise. So when any cost which affects your pockets need to be intervened and measured in terms of value. If the cost is too low, that's good. But if it hits your pocket, it's going to be troublesome. So, how many days you're going to recover that cost? In how many days you're going to actually, use the software and see that it is optimized for your business? That is the point number one. Second is, if it is a big software, who will do the implementation? Is it going to be the same team that has sold you the software, or is it's going to be the third party which has been trained, which has been educated on the software with respect to customization, tweaking it, and also implementing for the customers? So this is an important piece of information. And then how complex it's going to be for your team as well, because the time spent by your staff on the software is also there. So that is also an investment that's going to be while implementation. So who shall fix the issues after implementation? So the buck does not stop there. There will be issues after the implementation, and who will be the responsible person for uh, fixing the bugs as well as supporting you while implementation. So and one more question to consider is, how frequent do the companies come up with new upgrades? This will also show the focus of the vendor towards improving the software and making the changes, reasonable changes to the software so that uh, it captures the latest developments in the market. Then the next point would be, is it is the software customizable for your business? Because every standard software that comes to the market cannot match your business process. Your business has established based on certain processes that you have been carrying, and the software needs to be easily customizable for your business. Then what is the response and resolution time? So response time is, if you raise a query with the vendor, in how much time he is going to respond, saying yes, I'm ready to solve the issue. Yes, I'm going to call you so at so and so time, etc. And resolution is, in how many minutes, hours, or days is the issue going to be addressed. So these are some of the factors in consideration number one slide. So going to the next consideration, stability and reliability. So this software that you're going to consider, will it produce consistent results? Meaning it should behave in the same fashion as it has been demoed to you. So this is about stability. What is the number of features? For example, you cannot just go by the number of features offered by a vendor. The number of features does not mean the software is good. It's just that they have created a product uh, to suit the maximum number of customers. So if it meets your purpose, then it's fine. Otherwise, there is a problem. So user experience, how easy is this to learn and use? So that means your staff is going to ultimately use the software, so it has to be very user friendly and interactive, so that they learn, adopt, and start using it. So integrations, so many a times what happens is, a company like yours might have some homegrown systems you have taken some open source software, you have considered a software from a local vendor, and there is a huge possibility that you might still want to use the same software because it has benefited you for the long term, and now this new software has to talk to the old system, and you will be using the two systems parallelly. So this is an important piece of questions that you need to ask your vendor. Referral. So when you are investing big money, you need to ask for the invoices from your from their previous customers so that you get belief into their product. Then the next question to be asked the vendor is all about scalability. So you have bought this for particular number of users and for particular locations. Suppose if you want to extend the same software to different locations, you want to add new currencies, you want to add new features, etc. And the same software need to be scalable. So this is the question that you need to ask the vendor again. So let's move on to consideration number three and see we see that there is a point on reporting. So there are some standard reports offered to you as part of the software package, and you need to ask whether the reports can be customized by yourself or you need their help in preparing the reports. Because many software providers, they say that it's real-time report generation, but the software fails while generating a report. So you need to ask this question clearly. So reviews. So can you see the number of reviews posted by different customers on their side? You can ask for recommendations, etc., from different customers, and then you can consider buying this software. Is this software too much hype in the market? If it is hype, you need to really check the features whether they are going to be useful for you. Then the next question is whether a trial is available, because many a times if you start using the software and people don't use it for some reason, then there is a problem. Your investment will be waste. And trial does not mean that you get the entire package, because it's a burden for the company's vendors as well. So you need to ask for limited edition so that you feel the software for some time, and then you can discuss the pricing on the table. Then you need to have a exit strategy in place. This will be with respect to large softwares. Why? Because there is a heavy investment, and you need to probably think of 1 year or 2 years before thinking of long term. um, then the next question could be, is an agreement in place with a software vendor? Because both are going to be partners, and if you are a partner, you need to have some uh, legal documentations done so that if one fails, then the other person can take an action. If something of this sort is put in place, then you are safe. What about the data and application and server security? So this is one more question where a lot of people decide the software based on where the data is residing, whether it is local in the country or outside the country, whether the application has got a lot of security in place, where is the server located, etc. What about learning curve? So when you implement a software, it is not for yourself but your team. So whether it is so easy that your staff can learn themselves, or a training is needed by the company, by the vendor company. So these are some of the considerations that you need to evaluate when you buy a software, especially the big enterprise software. So happy investing. So I hope this presentation will help you in deciding a particular software you are thinking to be implemented for your firm. So like it, share it, and subscribe to the Software Insights and Education channel. Thank you so much.